Ever wondered why Huskies talk so much? It's not random, it's ancient wolf stuff. Huskies were bred to work in packs, and in the wild howling Reiskers Hus teamwork. They don't bark like other dogs, they sing, complain, argue, and sometimes roast you. Basically, owning a husky is like living with a furry, loud roommate who always has something to say. And no, you can't win the argument.
If you don't like brushing fur but still want a husky, then get ready for a home full of floof. Husky coats are no joke. Huskies have not one, but 2 layers of fur. Their undercoat keeps them warm, while the top layer repels water and dirt. And yes, they shed a lot. So if you love huskies, just remember fur is a fashion statement.
The magic word that gets our husky Ayla to drop everything and come running? Bun. Bun. More buns. And what exactly is a Czech bun? A bun, rollick, is a traditional Czech bread roll.
If you don't like brushing fur but still want a husky, then get ready for a home full of floof. Husky coats are no joke. Huskies have not one, but 2 layers of fur. Their undercoat keeps them warm, while the top layer repels water and dirt. And yes, they shed a lot. So if you love huskies, just remember fur is a fashion statement.
Meet Jasmine, mother of these 2 tiny tornadoes. And proud relative of Akim. Same calm eyes, same royal blood, just with a little more patience. She lets them bite, climb, and pounce, without losing her cool. A true husky mama, from the Akim bloodline. They say huskies need extreme daily exercise or they go wild. These 2, a short stroll, 10 minutes of zoom eyes, and they've been napping ever since. Looks like I've got a special breed of lazy huskies.
Sit down. Ayla, sit down. Akko, thank you. Ayla, sit down. Ayla. Sit.
This is Akim, a purebred Siberian Husky with a perfect pedigree. And he's using all that prestige to sleep on a cold table leg. Because why use a pillow when you can nap like a weirdo? This is Ayla's special way of welcoming me home. At first, she doesn't even bother getting up, just lies there wagging her tail like, yeah, I see you. But then comes that big dramatic stretch. And finally, she gets up and walks over, ready for cuddles. That's her lazy, lovable husky hello. What's the difference between a husky and a Siberian husky? Husky is a type, but Siberian husky is the breed. Like Ayla and Akim, purebred with pedigree. Not every husky is a Siberian, but every Siberian husky is a husky.
Cutok.
Don't forget to subscribe. Is a husky dangerous? Not really. Aggression has been bred out of Siberian huskies for generations. They were made to run and live with people, not to fight. But don't be fooled. Those teeth aren't just for snacks. A husky isn't a killer, but it's still a powerful animal, not a plush toy.
I wanted to film a nice video with my huskies today, but as you can see, they had completely different plans.
Look at Ayla, quick as a flash, straight into the car like a pro. And then there's Akim, standing there like he's at the gates of destiny, gently placing his front paws on the trunk like, you may now lift me, human. Every time, same routine. He's not jumping, he's waiting for first-class service.
So we overslept, and that means emergency steer sprint. But wait, at just 7 seconds in, Akim hits a full dramatic spin mid-descent. No reason, no hesitation, pure flair. The rest of the team still trying to keep up. Because when Huskies go downstairs, it's never just going downstairs. It's a whole event.
Siberian Huskies, they're not just pets, they're dogs for life. Wild at heart, smart enough to ignore commands, and loyal enough to melt yours. They'll test your patience, steal your socks, and own your couch. But trust me, once a husky enters your world, it's dogs for life. The plan was, first Akim runs in, gets a little petting, shows off for the camera. That part went perfectly. Then Ayla was supposed to do the same. Well, the result was quite different. That's just Ayla. She doesn't have time for this nonsense. The plan was, first Akim runs in, gets a little petting, shows off for the camera. That part went perfectly. Then Ayla was supposed to do the same. Well, the result was quite different. That's just Ayla. She doesn't have time for this nonsense. You're walking past a house, and there's a pack of Huskies in the yard. You've never seen them before, but suddenly you think, I want their puppies. No problem. They'll probably help you load them into your car. Maybe even wave goodbye with their tails. That's Huskies. Zero guarding instincts. Maximum friendliness to literally everyone. Except Ayla. She doesn't guard the house, but she'll fight Akim to the death over her kibble. At least someone takes security seriously. You're walking past a house, and there's a pack of Huskies in the yard. You've never seen them before, but suddenly you think, I want their puppies. No problem. They'll probably help you load them into your car. Maybe even wave goodbye with their tails. That's Huskies. Zero guarding instincts. Maximum friendliness to literally everyone. Except Ayla. She doesn't guard the house, but she'll fight Akim to the death over her kibble. At least someone takes security seriously. There are two things I personally love about Huskies compared to many other breeds. First, they don't drool. Huskies have tighter lips and better saliva control than, say, St. Bernards or Bulldogs. So even when they beg or get excited, they just don't drip everywhere. And honestly, I'm grateful. I find constant drooling kind of gross. Second, their coat barely smells. Huskies have a self-cleaning double coat that repels dirt and moisture. Of course, like any dog, they can get a bit smelly when they're soaking wet. But most of the time, they stay impressively fresh. And yeah, maybe you'll criticize me for this, but we don't really bathe our Huskies very often. Nature made them that way. Low odor, low maintenance. Huskies and sunbathing. Oh yes, while you'd expect them to chase snow, our Huskies also love lying in direct sunlight. They soak it up, eyes half closed, completely relaxed. And this move right here? That's their signature way of saying, I'm happy, don't change a thing. Here we go again. Ayla wins the fight. Or does she? Akim's signature move. Pretend to lose, keep your dignity. It's not about dominance, it's about strategy. Let the queen believe she won, and walk away like a true gentleman. Morning with the Huskies starts the same way every day. First, the scratches. Ayla's quick to ask, Akim patiently waits. Today, surprisingly peaceful. We head down the stairs without any fuss. Now Akim's window check. This is their calm, morning ritual. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Akim, a purebred, proud, majestic husky, basically canine nobility. And today, we made an unforgivable mistake. We asked him to go outside, in the rain. He looked at us like, excuse me? I'm not getting my royal paws wet. Don't forget to subscribe.
Why are Huskies the best dogs? Honestly, they're not. They're not the easiest to train, not the most obedient or the smartest, and I can't name a single thing they're objectively best at. But here's what matters. For those of us who live with a Husky, they feel like the best. With their wild spirit and stubborn charm, they don't try to please you. They walk beside you, and once you earn their trust, that bond is something rare. So no, they're not the best dogs. But for me, and anyone who loves one, they'll always be the best kind of dog.
It's just a normal afternoon walk, until the drama starts. First, we check the phone, very important Husky business. Then Ayla decides it's time to speak her mind. Again, and of course, the classic paw of peace. A typical Husky stroll, nothing less, nothing more. A lot of people think Huskies are big, powerful dogs. And sure, they have that wolfy look, the intense eyes, and all that fluff. But then you put them next to a real big dog, like a German Shepherd, and suddenly, my fierce Arctic warrior looks like a pocket-sized snow fox. He may act tough, but let's be honest, he's more drama than muscle.
Siberian Huskies are one of the most vocal dog breeds, and science has answers. Unlike most dogs, Huskies descend from Arctic working lines where howling was key for long-distance communication across frozen landscapes. Genetically, Huskies retain strong wolf-like vocal traits, including howling and whining instead of barking. Studies show they have higher baseline arousal levels and more reactive vocal cortices, making them more prone to talk. They're pack dogs, and their vocalizations help maintain social bonds, just like wolves in the wild.
Today, we decided to test our Huskies' patience. We placed a tasty treat right in front of them and told them not to touch it. Ayla immediately got nervous. Classic Ayla behavior. Akim, on the other hand, stayed calm and patient, like a little gentleman. Honestly, we didn't expect it to go this smoothly. Well, for one of them at least. I'm trying to get Akim to give me his paw, but no. Classic husky attitude. Not today, human. He's not in the mood for silly tricks like gimme paw. He looked at me like, are you serious right now? Honestly, I get it. Life's too short for commands when you're a majestic snow beast. Maybe next time, if the stars align. Did you know there are actually two types of Siberian Huskies? While they all share the same origins. Over time they have been bred for different purposes, and that created two distinct lines. Showline Huskies and working or racing line Huskies. Let's start with Ayla, working line. Bred for performance, not looks. Leaner, taller, and longer body, built for endurance and speed. Shorter, less dense coat, but still functional in cold weather. Narrower head, longer legs, athletic build. Coat and eye colors can vary freely. No need to follow show standards. Temperament, highly energetic, focused, and eager to work. Commonly used in mushing, canicross, ski joring, and other dog sports.
Now, I don't believe there's such a thing as the worst dog in the world, not even as a breed, but there are a few things about Huskies that really drive me crazy, and I know I'm not alone. If I could install just 3 buttons on my Husky, they'd be 1 for off-leash obedience, because that's a disaster, and it really limits how you can tire them out. 1 for volume control? Sure, Husky talk is cute, but sometimes you just want silence, and they go even louder. And finally, 1 for shedding stop, because if there's one thing that always gives away you have a Husky, it's the fur, everywhere.
Ayla always knows what she wants, knows exactly how to ask for it, and she knows no one can ever say no. Another dose of doggy love from Miss Ayla herself. As you can see, Ayla always needs to claim the entire human just for herself, and she won't let anyone else near. It's simply, this is my human. When we scratch Akim on the neck and hit that magic spot, there it is. The paw starts thumping on the floor like a little drum, even though we're not touching his leg at all. So what's going on? It's called the scratch reflex, a built-in response, where nerves in the skin trigger muscles in the leg. The brain thinks something's bothering the skin and tries to kick it off. Basically, Akim's system says, activate thumping mode. This morning, Ayla woke up, and something was off. Nobody knows what, not even Ayla. But clearly, there is a problem. Maybe it's the sun. Maybe the floor is too floor-wide. Maybe the universe just dared to exist wrong. Either way, someone has to be blamed. And when there's no clear suspect, Akim becomes the obvious choice. He was there, breathing, being calm. Too calm, suspiciously calm. Verdict, guilty. Sentence, immediate pouncing. Here we have Akim, a textbook, show-quality husky. Flawless coat, perfect mask, built like a champion. And then, there's Ayla. No papers, no pedigree, just pure chaos wrapped in fluff. But don't be fooled, she runs the show around here. Ayla, you know what's great about husky fur? That whenever I pet you, my hand never smells bad afterward. Well, unless you've just been out in the rain. But otherwise, even with your thick coat, there's no unpleasant smell at all. And that's great. Meet Ayla, eyes as blue as sky, fur in true wolf fashion, long legs, lean body, and the softest soul you'll ever meet. No trace of aggression, just pure empathy, and her desire to make you smile. Words can't describe how much this little she-wolf cares.
Can I take it?
No.
Can I take it? Ayla. Ayla. Can I take it?
It's your toy.
Ayla.
But you need to share.
First, the stairs. Then a dramatic spin. Back to the stairs again. Another spin, just in case. This isn't chaos. This is preparation. He's ready. Needs out. Emergency level. Husky. This is how our morning started. A full-speed husky sprint down the stairs, followed by some dramatic howling, of course, then a bit of wild playtime chaos, because why not? And finally, back home, like nothing ever happened. Don't forget to subscribe. We found a hedgehog in the garden, and Ayla, instantly obsessed, sniffing, whining, pacing. She just won't leave him alone, so the hedgehog must be relocated, past the garden fence. Otherwise, she's camping here all night. Time to grab the gloves and start the rescue mission.
Are Huskies good pets? Yes, absolutely. Huskies are kind, non-aggressive, and incredibly social. They love being around people and other dogs. With their playful nature and endless energy, they're great for active families. Just be ready for a fur apocalypse, a bit of stubbornness, and plenty of cuddles.
You might think only Ayla is the dramatic one, but Akim, he's got his own way of asking for love. One gentle paw, one meaningful look, and boom, you're not going anywhere until you pet him, because even the chill husky has his soft moments. Huskies show almost no aggression towards humans, which is why they're famously known as terrible guard dogs. But when it comes to other dogs, it's a different story. They may act on their deep-rooted instincts, and some believe Huskies are often misunderstood by other breeds, because they still carry ancient behaviors long lost in most modern dogs. Don't forget to subscribe. Did you know that Siberian Huskies have not one, but 2 layers of fur? Their dense undercoat keeps them warm, while the top coat repels water and dirt. Incredibly, they can stay warm even in temperatures below -40 degrees Celsius. But here's the twist, they also handle heat surprisingly well, thanks to their coat's insulation abilities. And no, shaving a husky in summer doesn't help. It actually makes things worse. That magical coat, it's a natural air conditioner.
You're not happy with me. You're not happy. Yeah, I know you're not happy. Yeah, I shouldn't touch cats. I know I shouldn't touch cats. Okay, I will.
Welcome to today's lesson in husky singing. Your instructor, Ayla. Today's style, howling.
Ayla, give me your paw. Ayla. Ayla.
Honestly, I can't think of a single practical reason to get a husky. They shed like crazy, they run away, and they rarely listen. But when you look at one, you just know. There's something about them. You don't care they're a bit useless. You just know, this is your dog. So I wish you a happy life with your husky, with as few escapes and as few cats in your yard as possible.
Don't forget to subscribe. You know, there's no such thing as the best dog in the world, and definitely not the worst. Because the best dog, it's the one that fits you. Whether it's a tiny chihuahua or a wild-hearted husky, if it understands you, loves you, and shares your life, that's the best dog. End of story. Here we have 2 mighty northern explorers, bravely stepping into ankle-deep water. No swimming, no splashing, just a quick sip and instant regret. And now, the tragic aftermath. Ayla's soggy little legs. Pure husky drama. Some things are just harder for huskies than for other dogs. And patience is definitely one of them, especially when it comes to obedience. I don't even want to know what was going through their heads. While they had to wait for the come command, the struggle was real. You could almost hear their brains short-circuiting from all that self-control. Husky owners, do you feel me?